going to read this poem by Robert Frost, and we're going to end our syllabus for the midterm, Home Be Real by Robert Frost. So it's more than a poem, it's a drama actually. It's a conversation between a husband and a wife. They are just regretting, and they're just the sense of loss that surges on them is due to the loss of their child. And there are, it seems like a communication gap between the husband and the wife is trying to convince the husband to understand her, and on the other hand, the husband is trying to convince the wife to understand him, but still the miscommunication prevails. So this is what about the Home Be Real. So we're going to hear the, obviously, you can see that if I just go for this picture, obviously, you can see that the wife is looking at something, right? Can you see that?
Yes,
It's a symbol, you can see that it's a grave, right? Okay, and she's always just looking at this grave. And at the same time, the husband is trying to understand what's going on with her, okay? Probably it's all, obviously, it's a psychological poem that how the miscommunication erupts in our conjugal life and in even the human life actually. So I'll be playing an audio for you. Obviously, there were two voices for you can hear. I don't know if it's working. Hopefully it's working. Help me just pausing the recording, please.
He saw her from the bottom of the stairs before she saw him. She was starting down, looking back over her shoulder in some fear. She took a doubtful step and then undid it to raise herself and look again. He spoke, advancing toward her. What is it you see from up there always? For I want to know. She turned and sank upon her skirts at that, and her face changed from terrified to dull. He said to gain time, what is it you see? Mounting until she cowered under him. I will find out now. You must tell me, dear. She, in her place, refused him any help with the least stiffening of her neck and silence. She let him look, sure that he wouldn't sing, blind creature. And a while he didn't sing. But at last he murmured, oh, and again, oh. What is it? What? She said. Just that I see. You don't, she challenged. Tell me what it is. The wonder is I didn't see it once. I never noticed it from here before. I must be wanted to it. That's the reason. The little graveyard where my people are. So small, the window frames the whole. Not so much larger than a bedroom, is it? There are 3 stones with slate, and one of marble, broad-shouldered little slabs there in the sunlight on the side. We haven't mined those, but I understand. It is not the stones, but the child's mouth. Don't, she cried. She withdrew, shrinking from beneath his arm that rested on the banister, and slid downstairs, and turned on him with such a daunting look. He said twice over before he knew himself, can't a man speak of his own child he's lost? Not you. Oh, where's my head? Oh, I don't need it. I must get out of here. I must get air. I don't rightly know whether any man can. Amy, don't go to someone else this time. Listen to me. I won't come down the stairs. He sat and fixed his chin between his fists. There's something I should like to ask you, dear. You don't know how to ask it. Help me out. Her fingers moved the latch for a moment. My words are nearly always an offense. I don't know how to speak of anything so as to please you, but I might be taught, I should suppose. I can't say I see how. A man must partly give up being a man with women folk. We could have some arrangement by which I bind myself to keep hands off anything special you are mine to name, though I don't like such things twixt those that love. Two that don't love can't live together without them. two that do can't live together with them. She moved the latch a little. Don't go. Don't carry it to someone else this time. Tell me about it if it's something human. Let me into your grief. I'm not so much unlike other folks as your standing there apart would make me out. Give me my chance. I do think, though, you overdo it a little. What was it brought you up to think it the thing to take your mother loss of a first child so inconsolably in the face of love? You think his memory might be satisfied. There you go, sneering now. I'm not. You make me angry. I'll come down to you. God, what a woman. And it's come to this. A man can't speak of his own child that's dead. You can't, because you don't know how to speak. If you had own feelings, you that dug with your own hand, how could you? His little grave. I saw you from that very window there, making the gravel leap and leap in air. Leap up like that, and land so lightly, and roll back down the mound beside the hole. I thought, who is that man? I didn't know you. And I crept down the stairs, and up the stairs to look again, and still your spade kept lifting. Then you came in. I heard your rumbling voice out in the kitchen, and I don't know why, but I went near to see with my own eyes. You could sit there with the stains on your shoes of the fresh earth from your own baby's grave and talk about your everyday concerns. You had stood the spade up against the wall outside there in the entry, for I saw it. I shall laugh the worst laugh I ever laughed. I'm cursed. God, if I don't believe I'm cursed. I can repeat the very words you were saying. 3 foggy mornings and 1 rainy day will rot the best birch fence a man can build. Think of it. Talk like that at such a time. What had how long it takes a birch to rot to do with what was in the darkest morning? You couldn't care. The nearest friends can go with anyone to death. Come so far short, they might as well not try to go at all. No. From the time when one is sick to death, one is alone, and he dies more alone. Friends make pretense of following to the grave, but before one is dead, their minds are turned in making the best of their way back to life and living people and things they understand. But the world's evil. I won't have grief, so if I can change it, oh, I won't. There, you have said it all, and you feel better. You won't go now. You're crying. Close the door. The heart's gone out of it. Why keep it up? Amy, there's someone coming down the road. You think the talk is all? I must go somewhere out of this house. How can I make you, if you do? She was opening the door wider. Where do you mean to go? First tell me that. I'll follow and bring you back by force. I will.
That's the end of the poem. We're done. Okay, now let me hear from you actually. What happened at last? Anyone? What happened at last in the poem? She ran out of the house. And what was the man saying actually? What was the last time he was saying?
Tell me why you are going and I will bring you by the force.
What is the word? No, what is the last sentence? It's called by force, right? Yes. It's by force, right? That's the man who's got a force, huh? Always. Okay. So what was the problem between them? What was disturbing them?
They lost the child.
So if I just, okay, so follow this one. Name of the poem is Home Be Real. The problem, the tension is between whom? The husband and wife.
They lost their child.
What is the tension?
They lost their child.
Lost the
Lost of their child.
lost their child, right?
Yes, sir.
And what is another tension?
Misunderstanding between them.
Yes, misunderstanding. And what is another problem they have?
Forcefully.
It's something like the husband is trying to force her. Okay? And the wife also give an example of the force he used during just making the grave hole for the boy, for the child. We don't know if it's a boy or we don't know. Anyway. So let's go through the poem again so that we can find out like few of the things that, okay, so the last word that you find, that force, right? I will bring her back by force. It obviously shows the gender roles, right? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Gender activity. It's meaning like you cannot call her back by love. So what are you going to do?
Forcefully.
It's force. It's always detail everywhere. Right? So you find that she will be called by the force. And then the word also, like you can see that ellipsis, I will. Force, I will, dot, 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 dot. Like it's go on, moving on. And we don't know what will end, like how the things will be ending out. But if you just look at this poem, this is the real picture of a family. This is what happens in a family. Every single night, every single day, there is a miscommunication, there is an argument, and there's always an applicability of the force. Like someone puts the force, then other one stops. Okay? It's a vice versa. Okay? Sometimes it's male who gives the force, and sometimes it's the female who gives the force. Then it gets stopped. And many of the cases, the wife says that, okay, I'm ready with my bag and baggage.
Going to Mama's house.
Right? Take care, tata, goodbye. And the man say, what does the man say? The man say that, well, go. And then after 1 week, the husband goes and says, okay, you know what? It's okay.
It's all my mistake, please come back.
Come back. Okay, sorry. And then one comes back again. Okay, and it keeps on going, right? Like this is the human nature that we all have. It's not. So it's not only happening in America, it's happening in every corner of Bangladesh as well. But why does the frustration, look at this line actually, so if you were going to analyze this, it's a big poem, it's not possible like going for all the lines, but still we'll be trying to catch a few of the lines, those are significant. He saw her from the bottom of the stairs, before she saw him. Who is that? Who is he and who is that she? Ah, yes, very good. You got it right. He saw her from the bottom of the stairs. So this is right. This is the bottom, right?
Yes.
And where is she standing? Opposite. Okay. She was starting down, looking back over her shoulder at some fear. And it's something like she's doing like that. She's always doing like that. Why is she doing like that?
She's watching the grave
She
of her
is looking at the window pane, right? And she took a doubtful step and then undid it to raise herself and look again. Look at the step. She's not coming out actually. One step given, okay? And then she's looking at here. And now the question is that, why is she doing it when her husband is getting down? Why? She could have done it when her husband is out of the home. Are you getting me? No, you're not getting me.
Not exactly.
I'm just asking you the question. Why is it necessary for the wife to create this drama into the stairs?
She wants to escape this.
Yes, she wants to show him.
Exactly.
That
Yes.
she is
Yes.
a message.
No. Like, wait. Imagine that. he's leaving for the office, right? And the drama queens begins the drama right now here in the stairs, right? And the husband is always asking, why do you look just do this face when I'm leaving the stairs? Why?
Husband out of her, he's feeling out of.
No. What's the reason
She
actually?
wants him to make him understand.
So it's like a quarrel that the woman says, nothing happened.
No.
He wants him to
So
stop
getting
her.
attention.
Huh?
Attention, they call it.
No, this is that's not about the attention actually. It's always like because they have a gap. You can see that stairs. This is the distance that they have, right? So she cannot just come up with this communication with him all the time. So she's just doing it so that he realizes, he himself asks the questions, what's wrong with you? Why do you do it all the time? Because there is no communication between them. When they're at home, they cannot have the conversation. So in the morning, she just do like that so that he starts to ask him, what's wrong with you? And see, next, he's asking me the question. Look, what is that? Look, what is that? What is it you see from up there always? For I want to know. Right? Now he's like, he always does this so that he himself raises the question, what's wrong with you? Alright? What's wrong with you? All the time you just do like this. Look, he's asking you. She turned and sank upon her skirts at that, and her face changed from the terrified to dull. He said to gain time, what is it you see? Mounting until she cowered under him. I'll find out now. You must tell me, dear. And now he becomes so frustrated, and he says that, what's wrong with you? Like, this is what happens, right? When the conversation goes on, and then you see like if the husband is too much absorbed with the mobile phone, and the wife says, right? So this is what this guy is doing. Like, today I'm going to find it out. Why you do this standing up onto the stairs, right? This one, then go for it. I'll find out now. You must tell me, dear. She, in her place, refused him any help, with the least stiffening of her neck and silence. And what is she doing? She's in silence. And she just, she doesn't need any help at all. She let him look, sheer what he wouldn't see. Blind creature. What is the comment?
Blind
Creature. Whom?
She.
Who is the blind creature? No. Who is the blind creature here? The husband. He say. No, but today is gonna find it out. Like, what is the mysterious thing? Anyway, so she's just commenting on him that this guy doesn't even understand what I'm looking at. And look, why?
He will understand if she say, but she will not say.
No. The question is that look at this, right? With the thing, she's just looking at here on the grave, and now she's just looking at the grave, and this guy actually is trying to find out what's wrong with her, and she's commenting that you'll never understand because you are a blind creature. Okay. And a while he didn't see, but at last he murmured, oh, and again, oh. Then he said, butchi. Then because this is what happens, right? But at last he murmured, oh, again, oh, what is it? What? She said, just that I see. Like, they're having the conversation, and then say, what happened? And said, butchi. What's a ki butcho? You don't. Who challenged?
She.
And this is obviously this is very common dialogue to be goosebump. खूब experience lagi. Okay. It says anyway, go for it. You don't. He challenged. Tell me what it is. Now she challenged. বলো তো দেখি কি বুঝছো? Right? Right? She challenged. Okay, let's see how does the challenge look like. And it's always a conversation. Do you know what the problem is? The problem is that when an argument is going on, it's always like no one is going to lose. I have to win the argument. And look, this is what happened. She says that you don't. She challenged. And look, if she has challenged, who is going to accept the challenge? The husband. And the husband is going to challenge himself right now. Mart hone ki baat hai. So now he is going to accept the challenge, and now let's see what happened. The wonder is I didn't see it once. I never noticed it from here before. I must be owned to it. That's the reason. Now it's bulchi bulchi. Ki bulchi? যে আমি এখান থেকে from there I never noticed it. আমি কখনো বোঝার চেষ্টা করিনি, আমি কিছু দেখার চেষ্টা করিনি. It is the little graveyard what my people are. So small, the window frames, the whole of it, not so much larger than a bedroom, is it? There are 3 stones of slate and 1 of marble. 1 of what? Marble. How many graves are there then? If there are 3 stones of slate, it's meaning what? 3 dead bodies are here. Who are the rest of them? Obviously, it's from probably their father or mother, right? And another one, which one belongs to them?
Their
Child. Yes, right, you are. Broad-shouldered little slabs there in the sunlight. On the side hill, we happen to mind those. But I understand, it's not the stones, but the child's mom. Don't, she cried. Who cried?
The
The wife. When he's having that conversation and he's saying, Buchi, why you are crying because of this? So even the wife doesn't want the husband to look at the grave. Don't dare to look at the grave even. Why? Because he himself digged down this grave for the baby. Okay? So the wife is asking that you are a cruel guy. Look at this emotion. A dead body is there. The wife is helping. Like you are going to obviously you need to dig the grave because you need to just dig the dead body. But at the same time, the wife is having an emotion right now. Why did you dig the grave for my child? And who's going to dig the grave then? The wife. Who? No, it's not going to wife. She withdrew, shrinking from beneath his arm. They rested on the banister and slid downstairs and turned on him with such a daunting look. He said twice over before he knew himself, can't man speak of his own child he has lost? Look, this line is a painful line. If anything happens to a baby, it's something like, is the woman, the mother, she has the right to do everything, and the man, if he doesn't show the emotion or if he doesn't express himself, it's something like you don't have the right to speak for the baby. Get out of here. Dumb, go. Right? Now this guy is complaining actually. Look, this is the complaint of the general, all the man. Can't a man speak of his own child he has lost? কোনো পুরুষ কি তার বাচ্চা যাকে হারিয়েছে তার জন্য কি একটু আফসোস করতে পারবে না? And another woman is saying, let's see, not you. Oh. Where is that? She's saying, not you. Oh, where is my hat? Oh, I don't need it. I must get out of here. I must get here. I don't know how. I don't know rightly whether any man can. Look at this is like generalizing the nature or the characteristics of the whole man nature. Look, not you. You cannot. Oh, where is my hat? Now she's looking for her hat. What?
She want to get out.
She must get out of here. I must get here. I don't know rightly whether any man can. And now, look how the argument is going. Argument is going in a wrong manner. The first argument was, cannot a man show his emotion for the child he has lost? The answer came what? No. Not you. Tumi Papa. It's not. Then she said, I don't need. I don't need it. I must get out of here. I must get it. I don't know rightly whether anyone can. Then she comes up on a generalization that পৃথিবীর কোনো মানুষই পারবে না কোনো পিতারই এটা নাই I don't know how rightly Amy don't go so what is the name
Amy.
Amy don't go to someone else this time oh. Amy don't go to someone else this time listen to me I won't come down the stairs he sat and fixed his chin between his fists like he just said like that right there's something I should like to ask you here listen okay now what is the objection Amy don't go to someone else this time listen to me I won't come down the stairs okay he sat now he says that listen to me look at the gap listen to me and she's saying that I'm not going to come down the stairs okay she's holding here and he is going to sit in front of her and said there's something I should like to ask you here now the husband becomes so calm and said look listen to me I'm going to ask you something wait everything is going to be okay don't go baby okay and now what is the thing now what is she replying you don't know how to ask it look the husband is saying that okay everything is okay calm down and the wife is saying you don't know how to ask it the objection never ends help me and what is the husband doing right now he's saying what then teach me
Kind of mocking her.
no it's not mocking actually it's not mocking it's very serious it's a request yes exactly nothing is working actually then he's saying that okay please help me then how to ask you then she said her fingers moved the latch for all reply my words are nearly always an outfield I don't know how to speak of anything the husband is saying you know what when I speak everything's I'm jai boli tai tomar kache office mono hoy I don't know how to speak of anything the husband is helpless right now I'm jai na ki bhai kotha bolte hoy who's saying that the husband is saying that
Over explaining.
so as to please you which line
I should suppose.
oh yes so as to please you but I might be taught I should suppose but আমার তো মনে হয় কেউ যদি শিখিয়ে দিত আমি তাহলে এরপর থেকে হচ্ছে ওইভাবেই কথা বলতাম I can say I see how then he's just now becoming frustrated this guy is saying a man must first give up being a man with women folk this is very generalizing line it says that a man must partly give up being a man with women folk. It's something like when you are with the women in a gathering, you must forget that you are a man. You should give up. Like you should give up. Don't look at this line. A man must partly give up being a man. With women folk. Like যখন আপনি মহিলাদের সাথে কথা বলতেছেন you must forget যে আপনি একজন মানুষ আপনি একজন পুরুষ because why we could have some arrangement by which I would bind myself to keep the hands of anything special you're mine to name look Shaver it's I don't know probably it's a satire actually he's doing right now it's like cold blood gambling he's having right now understand in this way look what is that saying we could have some arrangement by which I would bind myself to keep hands of anything special you are mine to name বলছে এখন থেকে তোমার যা যা দরকার everything special to you আমি সবগুলোকে বেঁধে রেখে দেব সবগুলো I become an obedient husband to you সবকিছু ঠিকঠাক করে দেব everything though like such thing. It twixt those that love. Two, look this line. Two that don't love can't live together without them. But two that do can't live together with them. She moved the latch a little. Don't go. Don't carry it to someone else this time. Tell me about it if it's something human. Let me into your grave. Who is saying that? Let me into your grave. The husband said, let me feel your pain. Describe me. What's going on? Please tell me. I'm not so much unlike other folks as you standing there apart would make me out. Give me my chance. I do think though, you overdo it a little. Overdo it a little. What was it brought you up to think it the thing to take your mother loss of first child so inconsolately in the face of love? You would think his memory might be satisfied. There you go, sneering now. I'm not. You make me angry. I'll come down to you. God, what a omen. And it's come to this. A man can speak of his own child that's dead. Again, you can't because you don't know how to speak. That's the problem of all the men. What? Yes. That's the problem of all the men in the universe. They don't know how to speak. And probably only the women that know how to speak. And that's what they teach the very first learning, abacada, to the children. Because they only know how to speak. And that's why you find that in the primary nursery place, you'll never find any male teacher. It's not about the patients. It's really true that they don't know how to speak. Just take it positively. It's really true that they don't know. It's not about the patients. Obviously, the man has got patients. Like always, you know, we try to just demarginalize the man by saying that they don't have the patience. Come on, what are you saying about? If he doesn't have a patient, no. If he doesn't have a patient, then who is this guy living with this woman then? It's all about the patience. We all have this patience, man. Come on, don't demarginalize us. We have patience, but we don't know exactly. But because the language that we speak is difficult for a child or baby to understand. Because man doesn't have that sophistication in his language, or it's kind of saying like doesn't have the beauty of the probably mix of emotion in the language. And that's why you find that the babies, like those are 4 or 5 years old, they're so good with any female gender, having a good conversation. This is true. It's not about the patience. It's all about when the man uses the vocab. Look, the female, she will obviously start with A, B, C, D. The man will say, apple, man. Go for the direct apple. Why you have to teach A? Don't go for it. Go. This is apple. Learn it. It's not about the patient. It's all about, look. It's all as a shortcut when man finds out, right? So obviously, we have a problem. You can't because you don't know how to speak. If you had any feelings, you that dog with your own hand. What is the complaint right now? Yes. If you had any feelings, how did you do that? You dug the grave by your hand. Look at the blame actually. Now at the blame from everything is fine right now. The child is lost. Is it the fault of the man actually?
No.
The child is lost. Okay. But yes, obviously the fault is the man. He didn't try to understand the scenario that our woman is going through actually. This is the problem. But when he understood the problem, it was too late. Already she is in a serious psychological crisis already. Here, a trauma she's having right now. And that's why she's just complaining all the time. You can't because you don't know how to speak. If you had any feelings, you dug with your own hand, how could you? Criminal. Now he became a criminal. How could you do that? How could you did that, right? And the question is, look at the emotion. This is where the women is signified. Don't just take it positively. When the women is thinking with the emotion, the logic commits suicide. They commit suicide. Why? Well, why? Look, it's very universal. Look, a dead body is a house, right? Someone has to dig the grave, right? What are you going to do with the dead body? Tell me.
Logic left the child.
Right? So, but now the question is, how did he do that, being a father? No, it's not the problem like you die. The problem is, how could you do that? How could you do that, being a father? You're digging your own son's grave. Emotionally. And that's why she's not, and this is what you should think actually. This is where the beauty comes in the universe. The man are created physically actually. It's something like, they always think of like, how they can change everything. It's probably with their pressure or probably with their hand. It's kind of like, they always think physically. Everything they do, physically. But women are created emotionally. So they never come up with the logic. They always come up with the emotion. And the battle, it's a battle between an emotion and a logic. And always the emotion gets win, obviously, winner.
Yes.
Champion. And then you always say that, because why? Because in the emotion, in the field of emotion, the logic commits suicide.
Logic will be.
Exactly. There's no, you cannot put any logic, man. This is the same thing. With your own hand, how could you? His little grave, I saw you from the very window there. And she's saying that, I was watching from the window there. What was that? Making the gravel leap and leap in the air. Doing like this and this, leap like that, and land so lightly. And roll back down the mound beside the hole. I thought, who is that man? From the window. Who is that man? I didn't know you. And I crept down the stairs and up the stairs to look again, and still your spec kept lifting. Then you came in, I heard you rumbling boys out in the kitchen. I don't know why, but I went near to see with my own eyes. You could sit there with the stains on your shoes of the fresh earth from your own baby's grave. Very emotional time. বাংলায় বলি না আপনারা বুঝবেন না এটা মানে হচ্ছে যে তুমি তোমার নিজের ছেলের কবরে
মাটি পাড়া চলে আসছে
না তুমি তোমার নিজের ছেলের কবরে দাঁড়িয়েছিলা and you are enjoying the fresh air and with my own eyes of the fresh earth from your own baby's grave and talk about your everyday concerns এবং আমি শুনেছি যে তুমি হচ্ছে কি যে ওই গ্রেভে বসে বসে ইউ আর নট গ্রেভিং অফ দ্য বেবি তুমি হচ্ছে তোমার সারা জীবনে যে প্রবলেমগুলো আছে সেইগুলো নিয়ে খুব কনসেন্ট্রেট ছিল The problem is that, and that's why it says that when you are married, it's better that it says by, I think it says by, if you're unmarried, if you're unmarried, then it's something like, I forgot, like, if you're unmarried, you become a poet or something. But if you are married, then you become a philosopher. You remain silent because silence becomes your own companion. Because everything that happens in the world, it's my fault, you know. Sorry.
You win. I lost.
Well, it's something like, why is too hot today? My fault. I'm so sorry, baby. You know, it's my fault today. Why is not the AC working? It's my fault that I didn't take it out. Okay. And I don't know. And you every day you eat the food that she cooks. You can't even complain. Always you have to say that the food is really tasty. You know, I never tasted this food like this before. Anyway, you had stood straight up against the wall outside there in the entry, for I saw it. I shall love the worst laugh I ever laughed. What is she saying right now? I shall love the worst laugh I ever laughed. বলছে আমি আমার জীবনের সবচেয়ে খারাপ হাসিটা আজকেই দিব বুঝতে পেরেছেন the worst laugh I'm cursed God If I don't believe, I'm cursed. Again, I'm cursed. Who is saying that?
The man.
Wife.
No.
Wife.
Why? I should love those stuff. No, the question is that, like, why is she saying that she's cursed? It's a belief that because when you lost your child for no reason, like, probably you lost your child, and obviously, you know what, if it happens to a female, the society comes up and saying that probably there's something with the mother.
Yes.
It's wrong with the
মায়ের কোনো
mother.
সমস্যা ছিল এই জন্যই বলছি।
Exactly. This is what the society comes up because now why you have a very good baby
আমেরিকান সোসাইটিতে এরকম হয়।
everywhere,
সব জায়গায় আছে তাই।
everywhere. Don't think that it's all human, man. I'm cursed, God. If I don't believe, I'm cursed. I can repeat the very words you were saying: 3 foggy mornings and 1 rainy day. Will road the best bird fen a man can be. Think of it. Talk like that at such time. What had how long it takes a bird or to root to do with what was in the dirt and parlor. You couldn't care. The nearest friend can go with anyone to death. Come so far short. They might as well not try to go at all. No, from the time when one is sick to death, one is alone, and he dies more alone. Friends make pretense of following to the grave, but before one is it, their minds are turned and making the best of their way back to life. And living people and things they understand, but the world is it. I won't have grief, so if I can change it, oh, I won't. I won't. বলুন পৃথিবী হচ্ছে কি? পৃথিবী খুব আশা. It's very, the world is very material. I won't have grief, so if I can change it. Well, if I can change this universe of the world, then I won't grieve. But I know, I own. Powerful. Then, there you have said it all, and you feel better. You'll go now? You'll go now. You're crying. Close the door. The hair's gone out of it. Why keep it up? I mean, there is something coming down the road. You think the talk is all? I must go somewhere out of this house. What is the husband, what is the wife saying? Do you think that if we have the conversation, you think that it's going to solve it out? No. How can I make you like ellipsis? Infinity. How can I make you understand? This is what the husband is saying. If you, she was opening the door wider. Why do you mean to go? First tell me that. I'll follow and bring you back by force. Okay. Even Robert Frost knows that it's not going to end. It's going to continue to the infinity. That's the end of the poem. Thank you so much for listening to the lecture. Can you just turn it off?